I've listened to bits and pieces of them. What if I have to cough?
Oh, just cough.
Just
Turn and cough. And with that,
yes.
From Keller Street Co-work, it's Business
This is
as
my
Unusual
favorite.
with your host,
make
Danielle
you wanna dance?
Strobel.
I know. Everybody's
Is
moving.
the only person in the world who pronounces my name correctly. Hi, Phil.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well.
Good. We have Heather Mackin here today. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
How are you?
Is it Mackin or Mac?
Mac?
It's
Heather's
the Mac.
The
The
Mac.
Mac.
The Mac. Heather's one of our newer members at Keller Street. You're not super new anymore. You're definitely not
December,
like
so.
a rookie, but yeah, wow.
I know.
Really?
rookie.
December?
Yeah, time flies.
So almost 5 months.
Do you guys really do that around here? Is there discrimination based off of?
Yes, the people
Tenure.
who've been here longer are cooler. Just bottom line.
Phew,
The longer you're
I'm
here-
finally cool.
I know. What do they call themselves? The original?
Okay. You said that before. I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't know.
We'll drop it.
Original colors. Yeah. No, we have oh my gosh, I totally forgot what we used to call. There was a group of us when we first opened. There were about 5, like literally there. You can see now there's usually like 30 or 40 people here a day. There were times when we first opened and there were like 6 of us, right? So on a Friday, we'd sit around that little white table over there and we'd start, he's throwing
I'm
post-it
throwing
notes
notes
at
now.
me.
Yeah.
Everybody who's listening, Phil's getting official now, and he's actually giving me show notes to go by. So I'm meant to be introducing Heather to us right now. So I got a little off on a tangent. Heather's been here 5 months. She's a designer. She's super fun, and she's actually got. I'm super stoked because you're the first 40 under 40 person that we've had.
Yeah.
Maybe in the building.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So I want to hear about that because
How did you know that? Did you hear me telling Becky?
no, actually,
Are we
I
not
actually did a
counting
little
the-
research and went on your website.
Are we not counting the intern that shows up half the time?
Oh no, she might be under 40.
She's under 4.
I know. When she
No.
shows up.
I always wanted to be a 40 under 40, but I'm not 40.
I did too. I worked real hard to make sure that happened.
Were you like 39 and a half?
39 and 8 months.
Oh, so tell me about that award because I want to know like the whole thing. Like, do they give you a big tiara and what?
They do. It's really awesome. No, it's a handshake and a plaque. Actually, it wasn't even a plaque. It was a certificate. But for me, it was kind of a rite of passage, I guess. It is definitely, there's an element of marketing to it in that, the firm that's putting you up for it, they get some press time.
Totally.
But
nice.
it's definitely a resume builder, but also it's a validation of your work
Totally.
and your place in the community. And for me, it actually catapulted me into a lot of community involvement that I hadn't yet done.
Right.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, now I have like 8 full-time jobs that don't pay.
Right.
All them creative projects that you have. Like, what was the conversation we were having with Shane earlier? We were joking. Oh, about the potential mural on the wall downstairs. And about how creatives love it when you ask them to do stuff for free.
Exposure.
For exposure. No, one thing I can say, there's a lot of things about Heather I appreciate, but so most people, come in here and they're like, oh, this place feels so good and it's so beautiful and blah, blah, blah. But it's true. It's all,
I know.
it's all very
It's
true.
all true.
But with Heather, it feels even more like legitimate because she gets design. She actually has a background in interior design.
Oh,
So
wow.
like she'll look at this. I was going to say furniture design.
So her opinions basically
Her opinion
means more
matters.
than-
Yeah.
matters more than
I'm
like
the
Shane
shit
or-
here.
She's
for sure more than Shane.
Yes, totally. So when she first came in and she started talking about how pretty it was, I was blushing a little bit and I was like, oh, I love you so much. You need to be a member here. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about how, although we do have conversations just similar to like what we had on our last podcast where Lance decided he was going to tell me all the things that I could do better.
I know. Isn't that awesome? Don't you love that?
Again, yeah, every week it's like
Should is my
you know,
favorite
yeah,
word.
right? Heather actually has legitimate feedback in the sense that that's her, that's her background. She knows, and I can go to her with a challenge and be like, obviously we want to keep the aesthetic and we want you keep the energy, but there are also like practical things that we have to do in order to make it, easy to work in or comfortable to work in or, productive or anything like that. So anyway, I just like her. So I'm glad she's here.
Aw, shucks.
Well, you like her, I like her.
Yes, that's right. Right?
Yeah, I'm in the club.
Yeah. Okay. So is it next week? Tell me specifically your role in this. I know it's not necessarily a big public event that we're doing here, but it's more of an industry event.
It's interesting that you asked me about my 40 under 40 because really, when somebody nominates you for that award, that's not enough. Like you actually have to sell yourself and why people should give a shit and why you are, leadership in the community moving forward. And what I came to, I had moved here to Sonoma County in late 2009, and I had only ever lived and worked in large metropolises and grown up in the furniture and design world in San Francisco with my grandparents' business. So when I came up to sleepy Sonoma County, I was like, what the hell is this place?
Yeah, there's some stuff going on.
There's like business and industry, but it's also really backwards. We might as well be in Kansas.
Right.
Like we're so close to San Francisco and yet so far away.
Right.
And for me, I felt like being that close and having watched, I had gone to school in Phoenix. And had
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. We still need to talk about Arizona.
Look at you guys in Arizona.
And I watched, a huge suburban sprawl that happened there. And so it's inevitable, right? That happens. And from large metropolis or large cores, the industry and housing and everything moves out. And I saw that happening here or the potential for that happening here. And there is a international organization called International Interior Design Association, which is a professional organization of commercial interior designers. So my background being 20 years in the commercial interior design world, and then pivoting to multi-dimensions of design, I had suggested, why don't we have a chapter up here? There's design happening. There's fabulous design up here. Like it just felt like there was a missing piece that wasn't connected to this broader audience. And so I was really advocating for creating a chapter up here in the North Bay and had just gotten approval from headquarters at the organization in Chicago and the funding to start that. And so really that's a business driver, right? And I'm really trying to set up, as the economy grows and business is developing here, that there needs to be designers that are designing these places thoughtfully. So my role in that organization, IIDA, which is doing the event, is that I was really instrumental. There was a lot of people that laid the groundwork for the organization. I won't take all the credit, but I was instrumental in making it actually happen. And I will own that.
You should.
And then I stepped away from the organization for a little while because sometimes you do all the work and you're just exhausted and you want to walk away. Mm-hmm. And so I did that for a little bit and then I got pulled back in. So currently I am the director of the North Bay. We call them city centers or like little subchapters. Mm-hmm. And so our event that's here on May 4th is focused on designing for the future and next generation workplaces, which definitely co-working is.
Yeah, right. Well,
right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's all coming together.
I know. Do you see it?
We have all the cool design people here talking about cool shit.
Well, there's a lot of growth around here too. I mean,
tons.
Yeah.
You congested.
That's one of the benefits of Sonoma County is all the flowering
You've
plants.
been suffering too, huh, Heather?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm lucky that I don't necessarily suffer from allergies. I have a lot of other afflictions.
I could be allergic to my teenage daughter.
Yeah, me too, right? Her daughter and my daughter go to school together. So that's another thing that we have in common, where there are days where we sit over at the table there and bitch about each other's kids.
Uh-huh.
And, like, what do you, it takes a village. So we're like, what do you do?
And we stab each other's eyes out.
I know. It's horrible. Hey, let me have that magazine over there.
No.
Come on.
Okay, fine.
Let's
You gonna
talk
read the
about
magazine
bullshit.
while we talk?
No,
or-
no,
Yeah,
no,
she's
no.
bored already.
I know.
I am absolutely not bored. Not bored. Oh, hey though. Sorry. Total side note. Local. This is the Play
Cocktails?
Petaluma
Let's do it.
magazine, and there's a whole thing in there about local spirits. And we've been,
We got
hypothesizing
spirit. Yes, we do.
over over the last few months about what's going to go into the restaurant space next door.
I know. I'm really sad that I
And,
heard.
Yeah. So
I mean, sad and not sad.
Wait, you're sad about what's going in there for sure, or what's not going in there?
What's not going in there?
So we thought Soul Food was going in there. Remember the place
Right.
from
So
San Rafael?
like
S-O-L.
like the sun, and
Yeah.
not like the
Right.
So funny,
Not
too.
like your soul.
musical
Right.
genre.
Or like down south food, right?
Right.
Which actually I've had a conversation with somebody, and I realized after the 10-minute conversation was over, I walked away. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that person thought I meant soul food as in like
Some grits.
from down south.
Some okra, some
anyway,
grits.
so soul food is not going in there, sadly. And I think all of Petaluma is
Fuck them, by the way.
mourning.
I'm just gonna say it.
I think Keller
You know-
Street is mourning the most.
Yeah.
I think people are already salivating.
We were like conniving about how we could poke a hole in the wall and just get like a pass-through window for food. It was so
if
exciting.
they're not going to be there, then we don't need them.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
I don't even care
they're
if it's
pretty-
their fault or not.
It's pretty awesome, but it
Go
would
back
have
to
been
Marin,
a
bitches.
really. We don't like you anymore. We do like you, Soul Foods. If you ever want to come here and give us some food, we'll take it. But there is a pretty cool and I mean, you guys know I have a little bit of like inside information, right? But I guess I can't really 100% verify this because I haven't seen the name and the signature on the paper.
None of that.
But
not this.
I
again.
will say,
Is this a tease or?
no. Duke's. Have you heard of Duke's?
Never heard of it.
In Healdsburg, like spirited cocktails. I think they call themselves Duke's Spirited Cocktails.
Well, that's a
So-
great idea. Put a bar next door.
Yes,
Well, it's-
that's where I was getting
It-
at with
it
the
was a bar.
It's a cocktail bar, like fancy kind of,
I think that's
fancy
what
cocktails
Social Club
and-
was trying to do.
Sweet
Yes.
Jesus.
If anybody's listening out there, here's my recommendation. Don't try to do fancy craft, beautiful cocktails and then put the fucking Pacer game. Oh, sorry, we're not in Indiana
Did you
anymore.
curse?
Yeah.
The Pacer game?
Who's the basketball team around here?
The
Warriors.
Warriors.
The two-time defending world champs.
Don't put Warriors games up there and like don't turn it into like we think we're a sports bar because we
Well,
just want to get the extra fan,
it's
10
the-
people on the street who watch
People
the
want to
game.
be all things to all people.
No, that's not what
Yeah, you've
that
got a
works,
niche.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm just
We
putting
should
that
talk
out
to a
in the
designer about
universe.
Right.
I
advice
know.
for that.
I might just go put a note on the door that we have a few designers over here who have some real opinions about what you should and should not do in this space. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
I'm sure
for-
they're super excited about meeting me too.
They could probably just not even market and just wait for the crowd here to go over there, and pretty soon
Right,
everybody
no.
will be co-working over there.
Wait a minute, I just had a great idea. They could sponsor our podcast.
Duh.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
And
Yeah.
then bring us
Or we
bring
could
us
do the-
cocktails.
And yeah, by sponsor, just bring
Just
cocktails.
bring cocktails and we'll talk about you the whole time if that's what you want. Or we could go sit at the end of the bar. Like we've got this equipment's mobile, right?
Oh, totally.
Totally mobile.
Mobile.
All right. So we're going to go over there. Dukes, you hear that? Hashtag Dukes.
Dukes.
Right. Let's talk about Heather some more.
Oh yeah, my God, Heather's here.
Heather, hi. Welcome.
Heather.
Anything you want to tell us about?
No, I honestly, it's funny. I'm really extroverted. Normally, I think you get that,
Yeah.
but you put a microphone in front of me, and I'm
Yeah,
like
it
a shy
happens.
little pussycat.
No, come on.
Stop.
Well, that's why we bring wine.
I know.
It's like, sorry to say that it's Chardonnay, which actually neither of you really care if it's Chardonnay. I want to throw up in my mouth every time I
I'm
drink
so
Chardonnay.
sorry I made
That's
you
good to
open
know.
that then, because
Why?
I'm enjoying it.
And
tremendously.
it's all about you. So
Thank
that's
you.
It's
okay.
great that you're complaining about something you're not drinking.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's why I'm not drinking it.
Right.
Do you want to tell us what we're drinking? What you're drinking?
Yeah, why not?
Is this on the Highway 12 corridor that you lived on all your life?
No.
No,
Every time we
that's
have
Geyserville.
Yep, this is the Francis Coppola Director's
Yeah.
Chardonnay.
Which I think for Chardonnay it's supposed to be good, but
I'm actually a member of Coppola.
oh yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, and so I get wine boxes from them. I joined them so that I could get dibs on the pool every summer.
Oh wait, what is that benefit? What do you get? Do you actually get
Dibs
to go
on the
there for free?
pool.
Oh my god!
Wait,
the
have
pool
you
is
never been there?
So,
No.
oh, it's so amazing.
Where is
It
it?
is super cool.
In Geyserville.
Oh, in G-Town?
Yeah.
I
And
haven't been up there in a while.
well,
so
when
cool.
I joined, I think I joined 6 years ago. And at the time, they would open up reservations for the pool, a few weeks or a month